guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Belle and this is Histories with me. So a lot of you guys probably know that the Romans both traveled and built a lot in both England and in France. But today I want to introduce you to one of my favorite ancient Roman cities. Today we're going to look at Augusta Treverorum, or Tria as it is today called. The city of Tria is located in Germany, just on the border to Luxembourg and beautiful wine country. As you might have deduced from the name, the city was founded by Emperor Augustus circa 16 BCE. There's some discussion about the actual year of the founding of the city, and it was made to be the capital of the region. Now, the name Augusta Treverorum means something like the city of Augustus in the land of the Treveri. But Augustus was actually not the first to meet with these people. Already Julius Caesar met the Treveri people way earlier, maybe not under quite as peaceful circumstances. Another fun fact that a lot of people might not know is that this is actually one of the oldest cities in Germany. So over the years, Tria started to grow and became quite a big city, and it can boast no less than 3 Roman baths, although one of them was never built to completion, and it still has the biggest Roman bath outside of actual Rome. Eventually the city of Tria, or Augusta Treverorum, also got its own amphitheater. This is another sign of a city that, well, a city of quite some importance. Now, besides these things, Tria is possibly most known for its Porta Nigra, the Black Gate. The Porta Nigra is a city gate, and it was built just before 200 CE, and was during Roman times the northern of 4 city gates. Today, the Porta Nigra is the only one remaining of these 4 city gates, but this too was never built to completion. So Tria can boast with at least one more cool thing, at least in my opinion, and that is the fact that they still have a sort of original Roman bridge that you can still walk over and drive over. Of course, during the years it has been added onto and rebuilt some, but there's still parts of the original base structure left in this bridge. That is pretty cool. So hopefully this whole quarantine and corona business is going to be over soon, and Tria is actually one of the first cities I want to go back to visit. For one, my mother actually lives there, but like I said earlier, this is one of my favorite cities, and I really want to go there and make some kind of live videos for you guys. But as that doesn't seem to be quite an option right now, I am thinking we are going to go on a little digital walk through the city together. So the easiest way to travel into Tria, I would say, if you don't come by car, is actually to come by train. Just a small walk from the train station actually brings you to the Porta Nigra. Walking past or through the gates, you end up on the main street, or the shopping street. And this main street, the first part of it, is actually still the original street from Roman times. Maybe not the ground you walk on, but the structure of the street is exactly like you could see it in models from that time, and still located in the same place. So when you walk down this street, you eventually come to a small type of market square. At the market square, we're going to take a left. The left we just took leads us into a small street, and during the Middle Ages, these small streets were added everywhere, and the kind of picture of the street was changed around a little bit from Roman times. And you can see it in the main street that we talked about, that I just mentioned, that is still the Roman street, but there are a lot of little offshoots, and most of these came to be during the Middle Ages. Now, we have walked through this little street, and in front of us we have the big cathedral in Tria. As we emerge from this little street, in front of us we have the big cathedral of Tria. And this cathedral itself is also sitting on old Roman ruins, I guess you could say. With the cathedral in front of us, we now walk down to the right through another small kind of street. It's quite a bit of a walk, or a few minutes at least. And when we reach the end, in front of us, we can see the Constantin Basilica. The Constantin Basilica, or Aula Palatina, was sort of Emperor Constantine's kind of reception hall, and may still to this day be one of the largest, would you say, single room structures in the world. So the basilica doesn't stand by itself anymore. Sometime during the 16th century, a type of palace was built onto it. It is quite a strange sight, this beautiful old basilica and this bright white building attached to it. And this palace housed the archbishop, for example, of Tria. Now in front of the palace there are of course palace gardens, and as we walk through the palace gardens, in front of us large ruins emerge. Now these ruins, they were once the Kaiserthermen, or the imperial baths. Or rather, I guess I should say, they were supposed to be the imperial baths. Construction on them unfortunately was never finished, and they were supposed to be a gift from the emperor to the people of Tria. But like I said, the construction was never finished here, and then they were supposed to be repurposed as barracks. And after that, this huge, enormous structure has been integrated in a lot of different things. For example, the newer city wall. Now, from the imperial baths, we move on to our very last stop on this little tour, the amphitheater. Now, to get to the amphitheater, we have to walk under a street, we head east, and have to walk up quite a steep hill. Of course, everything is paved, so it's not that hard. Now, eventually, while walking up this hill, the now kind of modest looking entrance to the amphitheater will emerge. The amphitheater is in a way still intact. The entire shape is still intact. Of course, none of the seats are unfortunately left, but one of the very cool things is that you can actually go inside and down under the arena and take a look at what it looked like. Now, rumor has it, and with rumor I mean I have read this in a few places, is that the amphitheater in Tria was actually supposed to have been one of the bloodiest amphitheaters outside of Rome itself. There was obviously gladiator games, there were executions, and animal games, and stuff like that. So there was a lot going on in this amphitheater, and it became an important place for the inhabitants of the city. And with that, we conclude the tour of Tria for today. There's a lot more to be seen, and we are going to go take a look at all of it at some point. But I just wanted to share this with you guys because I was sitting watching something on YouTube about the Romans in Germany, and just looking through the pictures that I took on my last trip there, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I hope you liked this little video, and if you did, please subscribe, like, also please leave comments. I really appreciate that, and I hope to see you guys really soon again for another video. Alright, bye!